Tell me if this sounds familiar. You finish a long day, you sit down for a minute, and you open your phone. There's messages sitting there, DMs, texts, comments, emails. You want to reply, but you don't want to type the same thing again and again. Yes, we service that area. Here's how booking works. Here's what to expect. So you put it off, and now you got a little pile of messages you don't feel like dealing with. And the fix isn't some fancy AI thing. Most of the time, you just need a good few replies saved somewhere so you can copy and paste. Move on with your day. So in this quick win video, you're going to set up a simple copy-paste reply system. Won't run your business for you. It just makes replying a little less annoying and a lot less time-consuming. By the end, you'll have a small set of ready-to-go replies for the questions you get all the time. A consistent way to answer without rewriting from scratch. A simple spot to keep them so you can grab them fast. A quick habit that helps you stay caught up. All right, let's build this thing together. I'll show you what to save, where to put it, and how to use it. Gems are saved instructions. Set the rules once, and it replies the way you want every time. I'm going to go to Gems. I'm going to create a new gem. I'm pasting in rules to keep the replies short, human, and helpful. No price guessing. If you don't know the price, don't offer the price. Okay, so let's give it a try. Now we test the way you'll actually use it. Okay, so now I don't have any real messages for my business, but having talked to a bunch of people about it, these are the questions that I typically get. First test, how much does it cost? Okay, so because we banned it from price guessing, it should avoid numbers, say what it depends on, and ask for a photo and a detail. This is what we get. The cost can depend on scope of work, specific materials, ease of access, and project timeline. Could you send us a photo? Let us know what specific issue you're looking to address for a ballpark estimate. In the prompt we gave it earlier, we did ask it for more information and for a photo in these kinds of situations. So if that's not something that's helpful for your business, you can restructure the prompt. It's pretty self-evident when you read it. What I like to do is I use Google Keep to keep notes. It's handy because you can get to it from any of your Google products. Just go look for Keep. All it is a note taker, but you can integrate it with other things. So I'm trying to get a little more integrated into the Google pipeline, so I'm using this. So I have one set up for saved replies because over here, the whole point do another one. Try again. Start over. Let's go here. You do it this weekend. Now again, availability and stuff, that's going to be on you. This is just going to format your answer. Yes, we have availability this week and over the weekend to help us schedule. Could you let us know what city you're in? Okay, so that's okay for an answer. Okay, so now I'm looking at this prompt and I would like also a negative, I can't do it this weekend, but can you send me information and I can get back to you kind of answer. And this thing is just updating the plan. Then I'm going to test it with that question again and see what we get. And hey, look, it's already done. Let's start. Try that question again. That's actually not a bad answer. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but in retrospect, that's probably the better way to answer that. Because I can always say, hey, don't have availability in your city, but I have some availability this weekend. That way you're never saying no. I don't like saying no to people when they've come to me for help, especially. So, okay, now let's try the next question. Okay, again, that's a good answer. That's all I'm looking for. I'm just trying to save myself time so I can just copy and paste. You know what I mean? I'll show you what I do on the phone with this. I do this with other businesses. I'm just doing this with this business because it's nice and clean. Okay. Okay. There we go. Good response. That'll work. I don't know if it'll be able to answer this one. I didn't put anything in the prompt about it, so let's see. Okay, that one, it's okay. I'll put it in here for now. Honestly, what I would do next is I would build up this GEMS brain, basically brain further. Maybe add another step where it goes through business docs where I have, my methodologies and more details so that it has more to answer with. Not hard to do. You saw me update the prompt there. Same thing. Throw it into this, edit these steps, add in, information about your company, just literally copy and paste a doc into this, even if it's in your Google's Docs. No, you can't do it this way here, but in Gemini, you can just go directly into your Google Docs through Gemini, which is pretty cool. Anyways, so that's a decent answer for that. What do we got? One more left. So again, these are the questions that I've been asked most about this when I'm talking to people about it. So, use your you'll know what your most asked questions are. Typically, they are availability and pricing. What I'm going to do now is add the brain into the gem. So I'm going to go over to ChatGPT where I have all my business info. Okay, so while that's cooking up, what I'm going to do here is I'm probably going to switch over to Gemini at some point, but right now I've been doing it for months in chat, and so it knows me and knows all my ins and outs of all of my several businesses. And boom, updating. Okay, so it's going through the planning steps now. You can see it. I mean, honestly, this doesn't take too long. It's already got the idea built in, so we're just adding information to it. So it's just figuring out how to parse that information based on questions that are given to it. So if you want like the full advanced version, you can give it pricing, you can give it all your options and tables and as much information about your business as you want, and it will take that in there. I would still not let AI quote pricing, maybe give it a ballpark or give it wording saying this is approximate only and not to be taken as a final quote. Some sort of legal language like that. Easy enough to do. Oh, look at that. We did it. That took a minute. So it creates the replies pretty quick. Now, I'll show you in a minute what you can do on your mobile to make this easier. Let's see what we got. This is why you test it, because this is inaccurate. I don't want that. That's a bad reply. Okay, so I'm rerunning the doc I did with chat, just making sure that that's getting that out of there. Okay, here we go. Let's test it out. Okay, that's a pretty good answer. This we'll replace here. Test these. I just want to make sure these are still going through the way I want to see them reply. And again, once you've got this built, you can just literally copy and paste emails into this and have it respond according to that. Okay, thank you for reaching out. We typically schedule an in-home organizing projects after a free 15-minute consultation call where we can discuss your specific needs and timeline. We can check your current availability for the week or weekend during this call. Would you like to schedule a consultation call to get started? That's great. That's all I need. That's all I really needed. I don't need both of these answers. That's a much better answer because that covers everything. That gives them a, maybe I can do it this weekend, but let's just get on a call. So I've got them that much further into the system now. Even with the back and forth, updating this thing and getting it to work the way I want it to, I'm still at less than 40 minutes of working on this. You set this up once And you don't have to do it again. Once it's working right, you just keep using it over and over and over again, and it'll just save you time. One thing I would suggest when you're pasting into the text box, don't paste sensitive info. If there's somebody's full name or address or phone, whatever it is, delete it. Just copy the body of the text that you need answered, basically. So for your business, you'll just go do a back and forth until it's giving the answers you want. If you don't have Chat or one of the others, or even Google Gemini, putting your business docs together, that's okay. You can just write it out, give it an explanation of the business, the answers you're hoping for, that kind of thing. That way, it's doing what you want instead of just making up answers. You're basically giving it more guidance. Basically, I'm going to switch over to mobile and show you how you'd use this in your everyday on-the-go life. As we all know, we rarely have time to sit down at the desktop computer or laptop and do this stuff. It's mostly done on our phones at this point. I'm in the Gmail app. I'm under my business. I'm going to go down to draft, and I'm going to compose a new draft. Now I'm going to go over to keep. I'm going to take the saved replies, click all, copy, paste, and I'm just going to call this one saved replies. Okay, so now I have saved replies in my draft folder. So now anytime somebody asks me how much does it cost, I come in here, I select the response I want. So this is our reply. Put any personal things you want to put in there, as far as maybe they've asked a specific question of you or whatever. Just answer that as you normally would. But it takes a bulk of the answering off of your plate. And now you've got something simple that actually helps. A simple set of replies you can reuse. This doesn't make replying instant, but it makes it easier. Instead of typing from scratch, you grabbed a saved reply, make one quick tweak if you need to, and send it. Now your next step is just to use it a few times and then improve it as you go. After you send a reply and think, I'm going to need that one again, save it. That's how this gets better and how it gets faster. If you want next steps, like the exact starter list of replies to save first, comment replies and I'll send it to you.